Hey, looks like I made it for the broadcast on time. Almost didn't make it. Let's see who we have in the house. Laura Reese, the Philippines' most eligible bachelorette, is number one. As always, what would we do without Larice being here? Oh, Larice, I have my coffee. I've got my donut. Mm. You know how much I love coffee. Good morning to you. Absolutely, you are first with the coffee and the donuts for sure. Welcome to Dan's Live. I appreciate y'all being here. Dodger Blues in the house. Merry Christmas to you and your family. I hope all is going well for you there in Riverside County, California. I think I remembered that you're down in SoCal. Advance Merry Christmas. And let's see. Daisy Lynn, thank you so much. I truly appreciate your support. Flexing my channel on your live stream is very helpful. My membership subscriptions keep going up, and I appreciate that. Shaylin Rees. The incomparable Daisy Lynn is with us. Thank you, all 4 people in the chat this morning. I appreciate you being here. So anyway, what was I going to talk about today? Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk about, hey, it's Larry Lee. Cheers to you, buddy. Hey, you know what I want to talk about this morning? Aside from how the whole contest thing is going to work and how Larry knows I messed up on the date. So it's Saturday. The drawing is going to be Saturday, December 17th, Philippine time and date at 8 a.m. in the morning. Thank you for flexing my channel, Daisy Lynn, and thanks for sharing, you guys. Thanks for tagging me on Facebook. So it's December. Remark your calendars. It's not. I think I said Saturday, December 16th in the last live stream, but it's December 17th is the Saturday, Philippine time, 8 a.m. That's when we're going to have the live drawing. And so, but that's for 10K. You're going to have 5, count them, 5 1,000 peso winners sent to your GCash. And we're going to have 10 500 peso winners. So you got 1,000 or you got 5. It's all taking place on the drawing on December 17th, live here at Dan's Retirement Journey. And that's at 8 a.m. and the date and time, Philippines time. So adjust your time and calendars accordingly if you're living in Europe, Australia, or the US of A. So I appreciate you allowing me to make that correction. Larry, my friend, early Merry Christmas. Yeah, who? Aileen Cruz is in the contest. I know I saw her name when I was putting it in the fishbowl. So here's how it's going to go. All you have to do, if you haven't already done so, is let me know you're alive by making a comment in one of my videos. And you're good to go. You'll be automatically entered into the drawing. And so I've been getting tremendous amount of support from your channels. I appreciate it, especially Daisy Lynn and Larice. You guys are always on the job. And also Filipina Raquel. I'm not sure if she's here or not, but Filipina Raquel, of course, is very, very supportive. And I'm making sure that everybody is in the drawing. As long as I know you're alive, you're going in there. Of course, you're in there, Daisy Lynn. Thanks for sharing on Facebook. Hey, guys, I wanted to say something, men and women, about the Facebook thing. I'm in there and I'm offering up support, but a lot of you have noticed I don't really do Facebook. I'll like, and I'll do my best to get in there to see what's going on. because, you know, we get this, the ticklers on the phone are always going bam, 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 bam. When you put up a new, you know, a new photo, you update your profile. Some of you are doing it on a daily basis. Nancy Resurrection, you're in the contest. But you have to be present to win. See, that's the whole thing, Nancy. You're going to have to be present to win. That's going to be on December 17th, a Saturday. Hey, if somebody catches me saying December 16th again, you correct me right away, okay? So, yes, you be there. And Aileen Cruz, of course, you know you're in there. And back to the Facebook topic. So I don't do Facebook. I just bought a book. I went out and got the book online from Amazon. It's called Facebook and Social Media for Dummies, right? And so, because that's perfect for me. So I will be going in there and I'll be learning how to take advantage of Facebook in order to enhance the whole YouTube channel experience, because they're piggybacking these social media platforms on top of each other. Now, here's what I notice that, oh, you cannot enter. Cannot enter. Enter the stream. I notice that Lazy Larry does a very, very good job of this. That Larry Lee, you're integrating Facebook into the operation very, very smoothly and seamlessly. And so I've been watching. I just want to let you know that I've been paying attention. Larice, you share. Some of you get up early, like Daislyn and Larice, and you get up so early, and then I just see you sharing those YouTube video and promoting. And I think that's absolutely fabulous because, of course, you know, when you help others, you help yourself. That's what Sunshine Shoulders says, and it's absolutely true. By helping, sharing, and helping others, you're helping yourself. And so I really, really do see the benefit and the love and being spread. And it's challenging for me, you know, all this, the social media stuff. But I'm going to be doing my best to learn how the whole thing works, to see if I can get up to speed. And so don't give up on me on the Facebook thing. I'll always be in there doing the likes, showing you that I'm there and alive. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't enter. That's right. But if you want to, hey, I suppose if you have a PayPal account, I don't discriminate. So, I mean, I could put your name in there. Sure. And we'll see what happens. You know, you could win 1,000 pesos. Of course, you'll have to save that 1,000 pesos until you get to the Philippines to spend it. But I could see the benefit in doing that. Definitely, definitely, Larry. So, oh my goodness gracious. Mildred, again, it works so hard, you know. Mildred and Ramir, tremendous supporters, and they work so hard. You know, I'm amazed. Des, same thing. Des, you're absolutely amazing. Thank you for coming to the live. I truly appreciate it. So here's the whole thing. I would like to get as many people into that fishbowl. I don't even have the fishbowl yet, but we'll take care of that soon. And then your name's going to be entered. So long as I know you're alive, I've got a team of people helping me in the background, putting the names together, you know, so that we can get the thing done to make sure that I'm not missing. They're working day and night, 24 hours a day, going back and making sure, you know, they're checking that, they're double checking the list to make sure if you're naughty, you're nice. No. It is Christmas, right? They're going in there and triple checking that list to make sure we don't miss anybody. And so they're going back in time, forward in time. They're going all over the place looking for names to make sure we don't miss any names and put them in by entering them into the contest so that they can have a successful opportunity to win some money, some Christmas cash. So the whole thing is, and I wanted to point out, in case you were unclear about this, if you have multiple channels, multiple channel names, you're welcome to go in there and comment on the videos, and that will create the additional entry opportunity for you to win 1,000 or 500 pesos cash, you know. And by the way, I do want to share something else with you, right? I have had people contact me via my email and said that they want to enhance the pot. All right. So I'm kind of a little uncomfortable, you know, with that, with somebody giving money, you know, to me personally in order to enhance the pot. So I'm not sure if anything's going to happen that direction. I thought I would share it to you. Maybe you can share your thoughts in the comment section once or now, or once the broadcast ends. You can share with me what your thoughts on that. Should we allow outside sponsorship to come in to enhance the pot? And so again, I'm using my own money, and I feel comfortable doing that. And so, but I started feeling a little bit weird when I was contacted by a couple of people who said, "Yeah, I want to enhance the pot. Would you be willing to accept my money?" You know, I mean, back in the old days, if you offered Dan up cash, I'm grabbing it before you even have a chance to finish the sentence. I'm like, of course, rookie. Of course, you're in. Thanks for joining me on this live stream. Very, very important one. Because I wanted to share some awfully strange dreams that I had last night. Listen, I hope you don't mind me just ranting and sharing my dreams, right? But I have vivid dreams. And I don't usually look at my dreams and interpret them. You know, I don't usually look at them and say, "Oh, I know, you know, this is futuristic or something like that." But I had the classic anxiety. Anna May, how are you? Good morning. Thanks for coming to the live. I had the classic anxiety dream. Last night, I woke up at 2:00 in the morning. One or two of you know that I did, because one or two of you could see me. You could see me on my phone last night. Hey, this will be fun. Who saw me on my phone in Facebook at 2:00 or 2:30 in the morning last night? Which one of you saw me? I'm just kind of curious, because I was definitely on my phone early in the morning. So I want to know if any of you were in there, whether you said anything to me or not, and were you able to see me at 2:00 or 2:30 in the morning in Facebook? I'm just curious, you know, because now I want to tell you what the dream is. It was a classic anxiety dream. And okay, it was a dream about, now listen, it's difficult for me to, it's difficult for me to admit this dream or to publicly talk about the dream, because it clearly is a classic anxiety dream, right? And so by revealing this, to you, I probably am revealing something about myself that that could be used against me in the future. And that is that. Oh my gosh, What the F Mike thing, he comes up. What the F Mike is the funniest person on YouTube. I got to tell you, whenever I run into What the F Mike, it is hilarious. It is hilarious what he goes in and does. It's amazing, absolutely amazing when he shows up in in websites or in YouTube channels where they're doing karaoke, and then he's doing the song suggestions, like in Pinky Gray or Love X. I mean, it's hilarious. Like Pinky Gray sang Gummy Bear the other day, which I thought was hilarious. I love it. And Jumbo Hot Dog. Absolutely was fun. So anyway, the anxiety dream. All right. Sorry for getting fragmented like I usually do. All right. So Annie is here. So the anxiety dream is Dodger Blues chiming in on this. Dan, I understand your concern. If someone wanted to do so, they could choose someone who maybe didn't win from the live stream to send it to them as long as they have the PayPal. That's true. That is true. So this was and Cha Ram is here. You're in the contest, Cha Ram. Hey, so this has to do with, it's the classic. Now, in the Philippines, this dream may or may not be common. And the reason is because they, they're the car thing, it's about the car thing. It's about driving your car to a parking lot, but this could be your motor, this could be your scooter. So you're driving your scooter to a parking lot and it's in a shopping mall, right? And it's packed. I mean, it's packed. And so you park your motor, or your car in there, and you go inside the mall and to go shopping. It's you and me. And then you go shopping, and then you come out when you're done with your business. You probably had to go to the LTO office. little transportation joke. If that doesn't give you enough reason to have anxiety issues, right? So you come out after your visit inside the Robinsons at the LTO, and then you can't find your car or your motor. Your scooter and your car is completely gone. And so, but you spend hours, right, looking for it. You spend hours looking for your car or your motor, and you can't find it. And you're starting to panic. You're starting to hyperventilate, like, why? So I kid you not, I had this dream, and I woke up from a cold sweat in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. or 2:30 a.m., somewhere around there. Then could not return back to sleep. So there I was dreaming about my lost car, right? And trust me, the car that I drove there, it wasn't even worth even one walk around the parking garages to see if I could find it. That's the other funny thing about this dream. All right. So what do you think this dream was about? The lost car or the lost motor scooter dream? Classic dream for anxiety. Chime in the comments and tell me what you think this dream was about. I mean, I'll give you 3 guesses. No, I'm just kidding. What could this dream have been about? I already gave you a clue, right? Because I already told you that it was an anxiety dream. Mario Tagaro, you are in the contest. Anna May, what do you say? Have a really, really great day. That's all I got in me. That's all I got in me this morning. So what do you guys think that was all about? Des, do you have any idea? You have any idea what that dream was about? Okay, I'm going to reveal. What I think the dream was all about, or what the when you go into Google this, then you're going to get a whole bunch of you're going to get dream interpretations with a very, very common theme, and that common theme is, hey, Eddie Centeno is in the house. Eddie, how's it going? Brother Eddie is here. Okay, so this dream is about, yes, it's what you think. It's what you think. It's about losing your way. Now, I don't think that this is such an uncommon thing for a person who recently retired to be, going through some adjustments in life. So I mean, it doesn't surprise me that I ended up having this dream. But here's the thing: I have had this dream before, and it usually occurs during periods of change where I'm going through some kind of a change in life, a life changing event. And it could be through something like medical illness, it could be something like job change, it could be worrying about, I don't have enough money to pay the bills this month. But that's the common connection that that I've been able to figure out from having these dreams several times over the course of the year. It is that over the course of my life. That is that whenever I've had this dream, I was usually going through some traumatic or dramatic, but mostly traumatic life event. But check this out. I've been retired now for better than half a year, I think. So, yeah, April, a long time, right? And so you would have think that this would have reared its head already, its ugly head, this dream. So I had to wake up and then I had to think about it. And it happened in Ormo. Maybe that's it. And the lost scooter. No, it didn't really happen, Des. It was a dream. Yeah, it really didn't happen. But I could see where that would be terrifying event. If you were from like a small city or town like Bye Bye, then all of a sudden you went to the big city. I think Ormoc is the second largest city in Leyte next to Tacloban. And then all of a sudden you go to a place that you're not familiar with and you end up parking your scooter somewhere and then you lose it. You can't find it anywhere. What would you do? But no, this was a dream that I related. I think I had it because it's some kind of an anxiety dream, and it's related to losing your direction, losing your direction, losing your way. And I'm thinking in life in general, but I don't feel at all as though that's what's happening to me, which is really, really strange. But then again, I started thinking about it, and there is something that's been bothering me. I would like to share it with you right now. I would like to share it with you because I'm a pretty transparent guy. And besides that, this is really, really interesting. And I think that each one of you has had this happen before, right? Where you have questioned your social media presence. In other words, where you reach this point in the road, right, where you start thinking about that, gee, maybe being on YouTube and Facebook and all these other social media venues, TikTok and doing this and doing that is not such a great idea. When you're looking at people in the Philippines that are doing this, I think most of the people are doing it because they need to make some money. I could be wrong. And this is an avenue for which you can navigate and understand that lends itself an opportunity for you to be able to make a living, for you to be able to make some money. So you go on there and you give it all you got. You give it all you got, and you have to, you have to, because this is how you're going to make your money. You're going to make it through super chats. You're going to make it through memberships. You're going to try and make it through the YouTube channel advertising revenue. But you're also going to be ramping up Facebook. When I saw this whole stars thing on Facebook, I just got this terrible, terrible pit down here in my stomach. I just got this pit in my stomach that told me that, Dan may not be the only one that has lost his way, but there may be others who have lost their way also. And one of those might be Meta. One of those might be Facebook. So I started to see this stars thing, support me through stars. And then I started looking at it and go, well, what's this stars thing, and why are they doing it? And I started thinking about the obvious reasons, why they're doing it. To compete with other venues. They're getting killed. The Facebook's getting killed by YouTube. They're getting killed by other social media platforms that plain have upended them. They outsmarted them, quite frankly. And now they have to catch up. And there's no better way of catching up than throwing money at the problem. Now, how you do it is you get people excited on the platform that they have this opportunity to earn cash, the same way that I'm doing in the Christmas cash giveaway. So it's an old idea that works fairly well. But then as I started to think about it, I go, hey, wait a minute, YouTube is also doing it in shorts. I mean, if you think about it, YouTube is, I don't know if there's any correlation whatsoever, but what's going through my mind, because I tend to overthink things, is that YouTube is promoting shorts to compete also, possibly, I should say possibly, because factually, I don't have any factual information. But my thought is they're also doing it in order to compete with other social media venues. So anyway, so what ends up, John Ray, you're in the contest for sure. So the whole thing is that, so things are starting to go crazy, right? They're starting to go crazy. But you had a better chance of success in creating a YouTube channel and having it really launch during the global events that have occurred with being locked down and everything. You had a better chance of success back then, basically because people had no choice but to go and figure out a way to supplement their income during the lockdown, right? During this global event. How do you say the name? The Maris channel. Welcome. You guys are you're in the contest. So do you guys think that I am close to the mark on this? Yeah, the dream was about a lost car or a lost scooter. And so after the mall had cleared out and all the parked cars and motors were gone. See, huge mall, multi floors, and Dan's walking, I'm walking, trying to find my bike, trying to find my motor, and I discover that I've gone through every level of the parking garage. It's hours down the road. I'm still looking for my vehicle. I can't find it. And then I realize that it isn't there, right? It isn't there. So here I was spending all these hours, looking for the motor, only to find out that it wasn't there. And yet I had parked it in a parking spot in that garage, but I couldn't remember the floor. I don't know why, but I couldn't remember the floor that it was on. So anyway, it got me thinking about all these things. Why do people go? I started thinking about because I've had this classic dream many times in my life. I know that this is an anxiety dream. So then I had to go and explore why it was that I was feeling anxiety. And then I came up with a conclusion that I'm at the crossroads in this YouTube thing. I'm at the crossroads. In the very beginning, when you're starting a channel, or when I started a channel, my first goal was to get the first 100 people, the first 100 subscribers. And then you reach this goal and then you go, oh man, 100 people actually want to watch or listen to what I have to say, right? So the next goal you said is, I think we'll go for 500, and then you reach that goal. Then the next one is 1,000, and the next is becoming monetized. And the next thing you know, your videos are starting to make money, right? So then I'm admitting to you that I cannot see beyond that part of the deal. I can't see, okay, so you accomplish every goal that you set with the help of all these beautiful people, most of whom, by the way, are here in the chat today. So I want to thank you very much. And then obtain the goal And then now I'm at the crossroads going, okay, now what is it? You know, in other words, now what is it? Have I reached the point of burnout? Have I burned out? You know, what do I enjoy about YouTube, or what don't I enjoy? And so now you're having, I think you're going to see a consolidation of platforms. I'm not sure about this, right? But I started looking at Facebook, and when they started to do all the stars thing, and you know, I kind of knew what they were reaching for. You know, I kind of knew what they were reaching for. But it could be that, I mean, it could be that the global economy is just plain changing, you know? And so this is the way people make money these days. It's online, you know, it's online. That's how you do it. Mertz, how are you? Thanks so much for the money. I appreciate it. I will add this. How about I add this to the contest? So anyway, I started thinking about that, you know, that maybe I reached the apex. No, the pinnacle. The apex would be like this, right? The pinnacle would be like this. Up, apex, pinnacle. I'm at the pinnacle of my career. And so I don't really want to be, you know, I don't think I am, but I mean, I've been told I'm a very boring person. So I don't intend to be, you know, I'd rather be known as an exciting person, not a boring person. You know, but when you start going around and looking at other people's channel and what they're doing to get viewership and membership, subscribers, you know, it's very interesting to me, you know, quite frankly, you know, because basically they're having contests. Some of the contests, I'll have to admit, they're very, very fun. And so they're having like Wheel of Fortunes and the duck races and doing these things. And I really love it. You know, I really enjoy watching. I mean, the duck race, I don't know why, but I could sit there, and if you're having a duck race, you know, I could sit there and watch your duck race for hours. It's the weirdest thing, you know, but the main objective here in the duck race is you want to have winners to enter them into a contest for a later, to have a drawing later to see if somebody can win some cash. Or you do it as spot cash, you know, you set the contest up so you do it as spot cash. And here I am, I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing the Sir Dan's Christmas giveaway, which is going to be Christmas cash giveaway, G cash giveaway to be more specific. And I'm going to be doing that. It's going to be taking place live, right? December 17th, which is a Saturday at 8 a.m. I'll be on at 7 gearing up. You know, I'll be doing Dan's Christmas warm-up to the contest. But then we'll do the drawing at 8 sharp. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do if we have a brownout. I do have the compressor out, or not compressor, but I do have the what's it called? The generator now. So, and I do believe the generator is all hooked up and ready to go, but I personally have not tested it on the inside the house. We have the LiPo hooked up to it. We're getting power, but I haven't thrown the switch to change it from, you know, from city supplied utility over to the generator. We'll be doing that maybe next week sometime. So anyway, but I have not yet come up with a contingency plan in the event that there's a brownout here, no power. And I suppose that the contest would be postponed then, you know. Thank you so much for the super sticker. If you guys haven't gone over to Pacquiao Mertz's channel, I'm going to tell you something. She is one of the most delightful people that comes through the YouTube screen. I'll tell you what, I got this is real life happening. I got the big screen in the living room, and when Pacquiao Mertz is there, Sometimes I lurk. I'll admit that I'm a lurker, and I'll go in there and I'll fire it up when she's live, which is most days. And she just comes through. Her entire personality and who she is comes right through that that television set, the flat screen. And so if you haven't gone in there and taken a look at what's going on with her, then oh, hey, Larry, you're the most boring person that I know. Just kidding. Peace, love. Rock and roll. I couldn't resist. You keep throwing me the one-liners and I'll answer them. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes. I'm falling so far behind. Let me get down. Let me get down here. You know, it was Tim that was saying, Dan, you got to stick to you know, one device to keep up with everything. Yeah. So anyway, let's see what, yeah, generate for brownout, it helps. Yeah. But you know what? I mean, it takes gas, you know, gasoline is kind of expensive, you know, so I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I opted out of doing solar. Maybe one day I'll do solar, you know, but it probably won't be anytime soon. I just thought of this as being the least expensive, hassle-free option. Oh, that's the way comedy works. Yeah. I had a feeling that was the setup for my one-liner. Oh, that's pretty boring, Dodger Blue. That's pretty boring. So I wake up when I'm having these anxiety dreams, and then you fall asleep while talking, which I got to admit to you has happened once or twice to me also. So, and Des says, I'm boring too. I don't think you are, Des. You know what? I really don't think so. Not what I've seen of you, Des. So, and I doubt that your husband would think that you're boring also, Des. So, but anyway, so yeah, you know, yeah, Larry, you know, since you brought it up, you do bring a lot to the YouTube table, you know. I mean, that resonating, beautiful voice that you have, that resonating, beautiful voice, you know, is one of the reasons why I'm there at your live, because I want to hear it. And maybe sometimes, or you know, I'm doing stuff around the house while I'm listening to you in the background, but I'll always be there because I love hearing your voice. I'm just going to admit it like that. So you're very, very blessed. You're very, very lucky. Yeah, Jason's like, yeah. Jason's Mr. Personality. You know, the way that I, you know, view Jason, you know, is Jason is a fun guy to be around. That's how I view Jason. So I sort of got a sense of who Jason was when you guys were over at the house that one time. Aileen Cruz official is officially in the house. So anyway, that's the dream. And so I started thinking, why am I having it? And then I realized that I was at the YouTube crossroads, right? Listen, it takes a lot of time and commitment to be halfway, to earn even $1 on YouTube. Most of you know it takes a lot of work. And most of you that are in the chat, you have successful YouTube channels, you know, and you're earning money. And you know what I'm talking about. You know, it's so easy for people to forget you. They could forget you in a heartbeat if they don't see you for a couple of days. You know, and people disappear from YouTube almost like overnight. And you start wondering, What happened to him? What happened to him? What happened to him? Hello? Is there a disease called YouTube burnout? Yeah. Is there? Aileen Cruz, is there a disease you think called YouTube burnout? Do you think it's possible to flame out on YouTube? Big snow coming to New York this weekend, especially Buffalo. Hey, someone was live broadcasting a snowstorm, and I had it turned on, but I can't remember where it was. I apologize for not knowing where it was exactly. So, oh, that'll be fun. Yeah, people do that. People come around and they Christmas carol at your house. That'll be fun. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. I try to do my best. Oh yeah. All right. So getting on with the story, because this story does drag on. So there I am. Some of you saw me 2:30 in the morning. I'm on my Facebook page. I'm looking around and could not go back to sleep. Or I did eventually go back to sleep, but it took an hour and a half. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in my head. And I just start realizing that I started looking at my stats on YouTube, and I'm realizing that the majority of the people that watch my channel are female. Hallelujah. Females from the Philippines, 74%, that are between the ages of like 24 and 34. So, I mean, I got the best demographic that I could hope for. And then the rest, 25% or so, are coming from the United States and Australia, and a couple from the UK. So, I mean, that's a way interesting demographic in my opinion. I mean, if I wanted to attract a demographic of people, it would be people who go out there and they're in the prime of their spending life. And that would mean the people that have to go do the shopping in the Metro Mart are the demographic that I was looking for. But now, so I've accomplished that. So I think I've hit the YouTube crossroads, quite frankly. That's why I think I had the dream. Yeah, see, I have a lot of young Filipino supporters, and that's the great thing about the channel. See, that is the thing that I love most about the channel. It was the target demographic. Yeah, I'm a lady magnet, exactly. There's something attractive about a married man with a stash. An older married man. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely agree with you there, Dodger Blue. But here's the thing. Aileen just points out they are legit supporters here. That was the whole thing. And thank you for pointing that out. Because this is really, really an important point. A key point here is they're legit supporters. They're not phony baloney. They will not ever give up on you. And they're young at heart. They will never, ever give up on you. But the whole Facebook thing, and Laurice, you're like 1000% legit. So the whole thing is that the whole Facebook thing, it kind of irritated me, So they want me to go in there and they want me to activate my stars, right? And so I'm kind of going like, well, you know what? it's an excellent demographic also, because I thought for sure that my demographic were going to be older males, Larry Lee, that are getting ready to retire to the Philippines. And it turned out to be nowhere close. When you look at the males of 25%, the age range is to age 54. That don't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So the content has to be crappy, right? My content has to. No, I wasn't insulting the Filipinos. The Filipinos like it. But the American men are kind of looking at it going, hey, why are we watching this guy? You know, he only has one wife. He doesn't have two. And he's old and he's not poor, you know, problematic here. You know, I'm not appealing to the right demographics, right? I'm not appealing to the older men in the United States that have the dream of one day coming to the Philippines to meet Larisse, to meet some of the young available women that are here that are looking for a partner in life. Dodger Blue says, Dan, people go where they have fun. It's a good, positive atmosphere. Then you want to join in. Oh, well, thank you. That's quite the compliment. I truly appreciate that. I truly do appreciate that. So anyway, where was I going with this? So then I started going, well, there's a reason for this. There's a clear, obvious reason to me why my demographic is who they are. And that is because, you know, I think one reason, there are probably many, but one reason is because I try to express my appreciation to them as often as I possibly can. See, thank you so much for saying this, Alien Cruz. Yes, sir, Dan, we're here not just for giveaways. We support you all the way. See, and that's what I discovered. I discovered that you are the most genuine group of supporters that are on YouTube today. But I'm worried. And I'll tell you why I'm worried. Because other platforms, the obvious one that I've been talking about, that wants you to celebrate by giving stars, right? But these stars, if I'm not mistaken, these stars cost money, right? And so this money eats into the YouTube pie. The pie is only so big. There's only so much money in the world going around. You know, people are sucking wind all over the world because of inflation. You know, there's a possibility that we may slide into a global recession next year. And so money is starting to tighten up. So Meta goes over and they say, hey, let's spice things up a little bit. You know, let's spice things up. Let's offer the creators stars, right? So by the way, I don't know if this bothers you folks out there as much as it bothers me, right? But when you use the term creator, right, it makes you godlike. If someone keeps saying that you're a creator over and over again, that's like saying you're a god, you know, isn't it? And so, you know, whenever I get these emails, it's always, you know, using the word creator, creation, you know, create. You know? Does that not catch anybody's attention in the room, in the chat? How weird this is. All right. So anyway, so everybody's grabbing at this finite. It's not infinite. It's a finite pie, and you can only slice the pie up in so many different slices. Everybody gets a slice, and then it's gone. You know. Oh, we're having pie today. How wonderful. All right, they're competing with each other. The competition is going to be fierce, you know. I think someone said it on somebody else's live stream. You know, they were talking about the success of is it fans only or only fans, and it just takes off like a rocket ship because, we're locked down for 2.5 years or whatever it was. And then all of a sudden, right? All of a sudden, the brakes are hit, meaning that they open up everything again. No, not that kind of opening up that OnlyFans is known for. I'm talking about the world opens up again globally, and then people aren't glued to their television sets, or not glued to their computers or their phones. And so all of a sudden, the money that was flowing, along with other things that were flowing, obviously, it stops. It stops. Boom. All of a sudden, nothing, right? We got nothing. The money just stops. All those people that were making $250,000 US per year are now broke because they went out and they bought these extravagant cars and homes. They did all this stupid stuff. And then all of a sudden, everybody went back to work and their revenue was sorely impacted. So I think there's a problem there. Oh, if you're a generous person, well, that's also an equally important point, because if you're not, if there's one thing I've learned about being married to a Filipina for 17 years, and also by my experience in social media platforms, Filipinas are probably the best. They probably have the best built-in bullshit detector that I have ever seen. So a Filipina can detect BS almost immediately when you start spewing it. And so I apologize. I think I meant to say BS, and then the thing just flowed out. It just came out. Thermos founder Liz. Oh my goodness. 11.2, you know what? 11.25 years, and that's all you get for that kind of shenanigans. That's ridiculous. She should have to serve life without a chance of parole for that scam. Santa Tita is here. Yeah, so if you need a live BS detector, all you have to do is come here to the Philippines, and they are going to sort out, if you will, the BSers from the truth seekers, and the truth tellers almost immediately. Believe that. Believe it. So, yeah, how is Ramir doing? Yeah. So anyway, that's where I'm at, and so this I guess has expressed itself in my dreams, in this anxiety dream. In other words, it troubles me. It troubles me, and it upsets me. And it makes me kind of want to step back from the whole YouTube scheme of things, Not just YouTube. YouTube is not necessarily the main purveyor of this kind of garbage, I'm just saying that you could see the competition impacting people's YouTube channel. That's a better way of saying it. So I didn't mean to present it in a negative light, like blaming YouTube for something. That's not really what I'm doing. What I'm doing is blaming the other social media venues for creating a problem, creating a wave or a disturbance in the YouTube community. Of course, they can do whatever they want. They're private entities or public. Some of them are public concerns. But the whole thing is that they're coming after the jugular, They're being squeezed to produce. And so they're going to appeal to their users, as much as they possibly can, entice them with opportunities to try and squirrel away or get away or money grab, from YouTube revenue, and so I don't know how that's going to impact YouTube, but they're fighting back. They're fighting back with everything they got, and one of the ways they're fighting back is by using shorts. But which quite frankly, I haven't posted many, but I think it's a brilliant move. They're combating it by putting shorts up there. And then of course everyone knows that you lose audience within the first 20 seconds to 1 minute of them watching your video. People go in there and they will not you guys, no, not you folks, not the supporters in this group, but they'll go in there, they'll put their comment in, and they bail on your YouTube video. Yeah. So anyway, that's the whole thing. So I'm doubting my presence here. Sort of like overthinking it, as I normally do. So anyway, what's the other thing? Oh, okay. So then here's what happens. I realize this is probably, I'm glad you guys are socializing, talking amongst yourself, because this is kind of it gets a little bit deeper into the dream. So then this thought comes up in my head, right? And the next thing I'm doing is I'm going into Wikipedia, and I'm looking up Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Now, I don't know if they teach this in the Philippines or not. In fact, I'm gonna grab my phone. I mean, this is really now. If you want to bail on me, now, oh, thank you, Daisy Lynn. I just saw your message on Messenger. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I meant to ask you if you were really willing to do that, and now you're telling me you are, and so I appreciate that. That was a great idea that you had there. All right. So anyway, what's the next? Oh, then I went into Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And for those of you that don't know what that's about, I'm going to go, I think you need to go in there and you need to search that in Wiki. Just go into Google and put Maslow, M-A-S-L-O-W-S, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, Maslow. And then you're going to see this thing come up. It's going to talk about the idea. It's an idea in psychology that was proposed by Abraham Maslow in a 1943 paper titled A History of Human Motivation in the Journal of Psychological Review. And so what this was a pyramid that was established that shows, that basically talks about how you move up or transcend to altruism. Now, giving away, some people, you could say that I'm an altruistic individual, I suppose, because I'm trying to improve people's lives by giving away money. Okay, so now I don't just do it in Christmas giveaways. I do it privately also. There might be one or two people in the chat who I just randomly have sent, blessings to. Now, when I get the inkling to do this, I usually do this because it just strikes me that, I think I'll just send some money out today. And then I go ahead and do that. There's not much more thought in it than that. And the reason is probably based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which basically said that, it's like a pyramid structure. If you look at it, it's basically saying that certain physiological factors have to be met before you can move up in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And so the first level is physiological. The second one, safety. The third is belonging and love. Next is esteem. Next, above that is cognitive. Above that is aesthetic. Then you hit self-actualization and then transcendence. Okay, so why I would have that dream and then it would lead me to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I think makes sense, and it makes sense from this perspective. Hey, Yami's in the house. Hello. Hey, you're definitely in the contest. Because there's a realization, right? That first of all, what Maslow's was about, giving you the short version, was that you had to conquer, if you will, that's a bad word to use in this case, every level of the pyramid before you become a fully self-actualized human being. In other words, that you had to go through each one of these steps. But the criticism for Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the big criticism was that culture and region was not considered. So it could very well be that they overlap each other. That's the big criticism of the theory, is that it depends on where you are in the world as to whether you were even capable of accomplishing things and moving up to the next level. And so then I was able to see that I was being led, that really what was going on here is a spiritual event in my mind's eye, that I was being led to the reason why I was suffering from this anxiety, and that is because, although you want everyone in the entire world to continue to grow as human beings, based on this pyramid of needs, right? The truth, in my mind's eye, the way that I see it is, and the criticism may be valid, I don't say it's actually accept it, as being gospel truth, but the criticism that they may all take place by overlapping each other is real. But when you come to the Philippines and you start, you're exposed to the culture, for sure, you get a sense that, wait a minute. If you're looking at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the Philippines, they're more concerned about the bottom three of this pyramid, right, are the most important things. So that's physiological, which would be having water to drink, food to eat, and then a place to live. Those are very, very basic things that people in the Western world, they take for granted. Some of them in the Western world, some people, and not all, take it for granted because these things come easier for them because they have social welfare programs in the West. So food, they don't let people starve in the United States. So they have food, water. Shelter has come into question recently. So then, but the challenges of the Philippines are different based on culture and region. And so generally, most people are happy if they have food to eat that day that they wake up in the morning. Generally speaking, people are happy if they have, and satisfied if they have water to drink that morning and a roof over their head, And so that's what I think is going on in my mind's eye, right? And then having a safe place, a safe environment would be next. And then after that comes belonging and love. We all desire to be loved and accepted by someone. We all desire those things. And then if you get beyond those things, then We're talking about esteem, cognitive awareness, aesthetic, self-actualization, and then transcendence. Okay, where am I in the pyramid? I don't know. I don't know where I'm at on the pyramid, but the main point is, as you could see, that yes, it's very much true that you have to look at the whole picture. You can't just, of course, this was an American psychologist. He was in the West, right? And so, but here we are, we're in the East, you know, and we're culturally different. We have a completely different set of rules here, you know, the way that we operate here. And so that's why this whole thing caught my attention. That's why I give away money. And that's why I'm doing the Christmas cash giveaway. So it took me a while to get it out, right? And to connect all the dots. But the truth of the matter is that, you know, really, if you want to temporarily improve somebody's life, then give them an opportunity to earn money, you know, or to win cash. And that's why you have so many successful channels out there that are doing giveaways. And so it also has a different cascading effect, of course. It serves to increase subscriberships and views on your channel, and all these other wonderful things, all these positive things, right? But my point also integrated in this is that, but the threat is there, and I do believe it is real, that we're being threatened by other platforms. You know, in other words, that, you know, they're going to get you to want to spend your money there. And so there's a battle going on, right? So far, YouTube is winning it, you know, but I think my frustration comes out of the fact that I have to figure out how to use all these social media, if you will, opportunities or platforms in order to grow the channel. And then I realize, how much time am I willing to share? You know, how much time I'm willing to share, willing to give. Oh, thank you so much, Pakio Mertz. How much time I'm willing to spend in order to develop this? How important is it to me? You know, to take advantage of all this opportunity, you know, and to spread myself very, very thin. Some of you are on social media from the moment that you wake up in the morning until you go to bed at night. Tell me that I'm lying. Tell me that is not true. You know, because your very survival, your very life depends on it. You know, it depends on you being on there. And then I started thinking about it. I said, well, mine does not. You know, I'm on the giving side of the equation. See, I'm on the my life is going okay right now. I can afford to, you know, I can afford to share a little bit of the wealth with other people that need the help. And so I want to explain to you that that's probably what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about that I'm at the crossroads, and maybe I can't move forward by taking advantage of these other platforms in order to continue to grow the channel. I may not be able to do it. You know, I just don't have the motivation to do it the way that, you know, like my life depends on it. You know, that's the whole thing. Like my livelihood depends on it. And I think bringing the whole thing full circle, that's where I end up with the Lost Car Dream. You know, that's how come I end up with the Lost Car Dream. So there it is. I got it out. You know, eventually I end up getting these things out. It didn't come out so smoothly. I think that one reason why it didn't come out so smoothly is because, you're doing this whole thing live, and it's just coming together in my head as I'm talking about it. In other words, there's nothing here that's scripted. There's nothing here that's pre-planned. It's just a generalized presentation to you guys of what is going on in my mind. So anyway, I support you guys that have to be on here 24/7 because this is your livelihood. This is what you do. Then I absolutely commend you and will always be a supporter of you, because I want you to be successful. I want you to accomplish your goals, and I'm going to be right there to do whatever I can in order to make sure that that you're successful in living your dream. You can always count on me. So, but as far as me goes, I don't think I'm built to stay in this machine for 24/7. I don't think I'm built to be on Facebook and YouTube, and every time they do a change to a platform to entice you to take advantage of it, like Facebook has just done with the STARS program, I just don't think I have it in me, to be a participant in those programs. But I'm going to be in Facebook. I'm going to be there. Oh, Mel is in the house. Thanks so much for the thumbs up, Mel. So I just don't think I have it in me, but I certainly am not going to critique anyone who's going to be taking advantage of that, except other than to give you this friendly, very friendly, if you will, advice, right? But it's not really advice, because I'm not telling you what to do, right? But the thinner that you spread yourself across these platforms, right, the more spread out you are. I have this sense that the least impactful or successful you will be on any single one platform. That's another reason for bringing this up. Sammy, how you doing? Love you, Sammy. So are you getting what I'm saying? And I'm saying, if you're spreading yourself so thin that you can't spend all this time in one platform or one channel, I mean, I struggle in just YouTube alone. I struggle. Then I think that you're going to see changes. Some of my most favorite YouTubers are now spending most of their time in the Facebook platform. And so I guess they're exploring to see what opportunity there may be in there, opportunity to for their presence to be known, to make money, possibly, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, you have to follow your passion, and the money always does follow, and that's a law of nature almost. Right? That's the way I see it, Peter. Thanks for being here. So, truth be told, that by Peter here, and that was it. You have to follow your passion. And I'm not as comfortable in the Facebook platform as I am in YouTube. I'm not sure how much, time I want to give it. But so I've been figuring this out. A lot of you've seen me in Facebook a lot. But what you've seen me in Facebook doing is just doing this, the likes. I don't think that I've shared very much. And I kind of doubt that I certainly haven't gotten involved in the STARS program. I just simply don't see that as being in my future, But I want to participate in Facebook, but I just don't want to participate like that. In other words, if I feel the inclination to share blessings with people, I would rather do it in the format that I'm doing it now, privately and directly to your Gcash account. Quite frankly, I would rather have someone send me a message saying, Dan, I'm in need of a few pesos. Would you be willing to help me out? And then if I have the money to be able to help you out, I most likely will. And if I don't that particular day, then I probably won't. But you'll always be in the conscious mind. I'll always be thinking about you. And so whether I'm able to help you that day or not, might not happen that day that you requested, but it'll be in my conscious mind. And so it could become a future event. So Crystal's Adventures in the house. Thanks so much for coming to the live. So you guys getting where I'm coming from? In other words, but I certainly don't see the benefit of sharing my cash with Facebook. I don't see the benefit to you in that. What I'm saying is I don't see the benefit in sharing my cash with Facebook. I see the benefit in sharing whatever money I have with you directly. Yeah, that's the point that I'm trying to make, I guess. I've made a couple of them. I just want to be clear about it. If I have to pay commission to somebody, then whatever money that I have to share with you, in the form of super chats or with Gcash or PayPal, it has to be, I have to pay commission to somebody, and I don't want to pay commission. So sometimes if you see me doing a super chat, right? If you see me doing a super chat or something like that, that's because I want to be visible. And so I'm paying YouTube for the visibility, my name of my channel being pinned, right? And there's a direct correlation between doing super chats and then seeing an increase in viewership and subscribers on the channel. And so I keep that machine going to the best of my ability, but there'll be small amounts, generally speaking. There'll be smaller amounts, $5, something like that. And then through the Gcash app, I'll generally, sometimes I'll end up sending you something through Gcash where you get the money directly, and it's not, and commission is not being paid out. Does that make sense to anybody? Yeah. So if I do a sticker, it's because I want my name to be pinned, and then most likely, if I have it and the timing is right, I'll send money through PayPal or the Gcash account. So the timing on the STARS program, also, I want to talk a little bit about that. I don't think it's good timing. I don't think it's good timing because we're going into, we have an inflation and we have a recession, a global recession looming. The price of goods and services is going skyrocket. But that being said, the other side of it is I saw data that's saying that people are still spending money like there's no tomorrow. So that's good. I mean, I'm happy that people are spending money like there's no tomorrow. I'm kind of being cautiously optimistic, of the money situation and the economy. My economy is doing fine. You'd have to do a lot to harm me. I'm not bragging, it's just fact. You would have to do an awful lot to harm me. Mel says, in the background, Dan washing plates. Okay, Mel, get the morning chores done. Get the breakfast chores done. The breakfast dishes washed. Thank you for the virtual hug for sure, Mildred. I need a hug. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I've had my thoughts about that also, Peter. There's got to be a different way of doing this too, because I really don't like sharing with. I want it to go in the hands of the people that need it. YouTube is doing just fine. Dave from DH Train is here. Thanks for coming to the live. Yeah, I'm with you on this 100%. So I'm thinking about it all the time, But hey, it's not like I go crazy and I throw out super chats all day, all night long, Yeah, and I figure, that the blessings are more appreciated if it goes directly to the Gcash account. Hey, by the way, there's something else I wanted to say about this Christmas giveaway contest or drawing that I'm going to be having. Because I haven't made very, very many demands on people about how this is going to work. Basically, is if I know you're alive, then I'm putting your name in the pot, and then we'll figure out how to get the Gcash or PayPal to you later. By contacting you some kind of way, or I figure that maybe you'll send me your Gcash account number through back channels like my email address. Dave, is being a moderator important to you? Because if you say yes, then of course. Let me go into my phone and see what I can do here. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention. I haven't had the phone opened up. I apologize about that. Yammy. Definitely yammy. Bucktown Mertz. Dave's Trains. You guys have been wrenched. What else do I have going on here? Let me know if I missed you guys. Yeah, let me know if I missed anyone. Okay, so yeah, you have to be careful with your money these days. There's no question about it. Yeah, I saved it to the tail end. I'm spending my money like there's no tomorrow today. But hey, I always make sure that Man Mini is taken care of, though. That, to be fair, whatever we've earned, while being married, we're married 17 years so far, right? All's fair, right? And so I just make sure that everybody is taken care of before I do anything crazy, like give money away. Let's see, Larry Lee, we don't throw a pity party about that these days. You enjoyed, and today you had learned something from that too. That's true. That is true. And so we move forward. The arrow of time points towards the future and not towards the past, and that's the reason for that. Well said, Crystal's Adventure. Yeah, he got something out of it. That's the whole thing. For the money that I spent, I could tell you that I get something out of it. There are usually benefits that come my way. Jerry, South Texas. Oh my gosh, it's cold in Texas. Just seeing the word cold makes me shiver. Yeah, I did. I believe I did get Buckkill Mertz. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Sure, of course. I missed you. I'm sorry. I'm a bad host. Okay, so I want to. Oh wait, who's here? Chris Tyne, you are in the contest. Chris is in the contest, but you have to be present to win, and that's going to be on December 17th at 8 a.m. Philippine time. Philippine time. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Wow. Mertz is on the job. All right, so with your permission, I want to go on a little more with my my philosophy. So if it's okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop my camera and mute my microphone, and I'm going to run out and grab a fresh brewed cup of coffee, and I will be right back. I am back. You're welcome. Welcome. Mark is in the house. How are you, Mark? Thank you, Larice. You know how important it is to get that cup of coffee done. Mitch Lee, make a love shout out to you. And you're in the drawing. Hey, you know, Daisy Lynn, she must be working really, really hard. Daisy Lynn, yeah. Yeah, it's Jollibee time almost. I had the spicy chicken the other day. You know, I just wish, at Jollibee, the one here in Bye Bye, that they would change the grease every now and again. You know, you just can't fry everything up in the same fryer. So that's the only thing that bugs me about Jollibee. It's hit and miss on the spicy chicken. Yeah, when you taste the chicken and the first thing you taste is the rancid grease, that's not good. So yeah, but I love that being. Thank you for hanging in there. That being said, I love Jollibee's spicy chicken, and so I end up going down there a lot. The tastiest chicken when they're firing on all cylinders inside the Jollibee. But very, very irritating when they don't filter the grease like they're supposed to, or they cook too much food. You have to keep, as you have to separate the fryers. One of them does French fries only. One of them does regular Chicken Joy. One of them does the spicy chicken. And, I realize that maybe they can't, because of the volume, keep all those fryers separated. When they get busy, they just have to throw it into whatever fryer is available. But I'll tell you, it doesn't make it an enjoyable experience to eat the spicy chicken when the grease that it's been fried in has been used up. It's used up, and then you get that rancidy taste in the chicken so fast. Chow Ram is in the house. Oh, coffee and bread. Beautiful. I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than having a fresh brewed cup of coffee along with that Krispy Kreme donut, right, Larice? Yeah, the spicy chicken is so delicious, but they need to keep those fryers filtered. It takes a few minutes to filter the fryers, and so that's probably why they don't keep up with it, because it's they're so busy. That's the dilemma. If they want to keep the machine going, it's so busy. Oh yeah, the chicken legs. Yummy. Very yummy. Yeah, Larice, you brought up something really interesting. That the chicken here, the KFC chicken here in Asia is like 10 times better than what you get in the US. I have no idea why. I think they're having some operational problems in the US of A in America. But that's my limited experience at KFC. After a while, right, you don't want to go into KFC anymore in the West. However, that being said, you come here to Southeast Asia. I've never had a negative experience at KFC here in Southeast Asia, the Philippines, or anywhere else, in Thailand or anywhere else I've ever been. I love KFC in the East. I hate KFC in the West. Yeah. Larry's saying he loves the buffalo wings. Yeah, Jollibee. So their spicy chicken is the closest that I can get here in Bye to what they sell at Popeye's Chicken in the West. Of course, they have a Popeye's Chicken at the Mall of Asia in Manila, which is very, very lovely, very tasty. It could have been, but I could taste the rancidy taste of the oil. But I thought about it. It could have been the chicken. The chicken could have not been well tended to. But I'm almost sure it was the grease, because I run into that problem in that particular store a couple times. Knitban is in the house. Hey, Knitban. Knitban, mysterious man from the East. East of Sacramento, that is. Yeah. Uh-oh. No Krispy Kreme. Okay, now we started talking about food. Here we go. Welcome to Dan's Food Channel Network. The burgers. Now listen, here's the thing. What's in the burgers here in the Philippines? I realize that if you want a hamburger, they say hamburger, right? But there could be any kind of meat in there, right? There could be any kind of meat. There could be chicken meat, ground chicken meat. There could be pork in there. There could be some beef, but I don't know about that. Beef is very expensive here in the Philippines. Nonetheless, in Bye Bye City Leyte, I will always go for the Burger Junction. Listen, I know people have said, Dan, why don't you go over to Izzy's? You know, Izzy Burger has some great burgers too. Rainy. Well, there's no comparison because Izzy Burger is a, what do they call that? A fancy burger place, one of them fancy deluxe burger place. You're going to pay the price for the premium beef. And Burger Junction is for the economy seekers. That's me. Yeah. You know, I like to save money so I can spend it on you guys. So KFC is just wonderful here in Asia, you know. But oh yeah, Jollibee. Now, interestingly enough, Peter Barberia, you should know I have run into the problem only with the spicy chicken. So you know what I started thinking? Maybe they do have a dedicated fryer to that spicy chicken, and they don't sell enough of it there. So it just sits there, and people tend to forget about filtering the fryer out. You know, they just kind of, oh, another spicy chicken order, fire that fryer up, and they throw it in that dedicated fryer, and then it goes, the grease gets rancid because no one's tending to it. They're not doing enough volume in order to think about cleaning or filtering that thing out. That could be part of the problem. But that being said, I've never had the problem with the regular Chicken Joy at Jollibee. That's a good point, and I gotta mention it. I've never had a problem with the taste of the regular Chicken Joy chicken at Jollibee. Not the same problem. So now we've dialed it in. It must be that they just don't sell a whole bunch of spicy chicken there. Only Mel and I going in there regularly to buy it. It could be. You never know. It could be. Daisy Lynn's still on the job here. Hey, Daisy Lynn, are you going live today? Are you having a live cast today? Yeah, welcome to Dan's Food Vlog. Exactly. Yeah, see, I love the Chicken Joy. Mitch, you're absolutely right. Never had a problem with the Chicken Joy. It's the spicy that only here, listen, I'm not outing every Jollibee everywhere. I never had this problem in Sacramento, California at the Jollibee down there on Mack Road. You know, we would do a pilgrimage to the Jollibee on Mack Road every Sunday, every weekend. Ma'am, Minnie and I would be headed down there, and we'd be buying up as much Chicken Joy and spicy chicken as we could eat. The neighbor might be a little bit mad at you about that. But hey, if the chicken keeps coming over there, bugging bugging your dogs or your cat, then maybe maybe you ought to just scoop them up and fry them. Yeah, it's very expensive. I know. Listen, nobody knows more than me. Oh yeah, I love another good point. I love the ice cream sundae at Jollibee. Same here. You know. Yeah. And so let me ask you a question, Peter. So we were in a place, brother-in-law Jill and I, when we were in Ormo, we went and we ate at this place called something like Texas Barbecue. And they bring this meat out, right? I was having the beef ribs, and they bring this meat out. And I'm looking at it, and I'm looking up at brother-in-law Jill, and I'm saying, Jill, I'm a little bit worried. He says, why? I don't recognize this part of the cow. And he starts laughing at me. I don't recognize this part of the cow. It doesn't look like any cow that I have ever eaten. These are not cow ribs. And so Do they slice up the carabao and then sell it to you as being beef? Peter, do you have any experience with that? Good morning, Michelle. Thanks for coming to the live. You are absolutely in the contest along with Anna May Reyes. Yeah, I love the donut man. You know, Crystals, when I was a kid, they had a truck, right? It looked kind of like a jeepney, right? It looked kind of like not a jeepney, but a multi-cab, I guess. And the truck would come around. It was called Helms Bakery. And you could smell the deliciousness coming from that truck from miles away. Every morning before school, that truck would make its way through the neighborhood. We'd be begging our mom to buy donuts. They would actually run a tab for my mom. You know, we're definitely not the richest family on the block. So they would let my mom charge, and whenever she would agree to it, she'd go out there and she'd buy us some donuts right before school, for breakfast. And that is a memory that will stay with me for the rest of my life. The smell, that could be where my indoctrination into fresh donuts got started. I want to relive those childhood memories. I'm living my second childhood right now, as a matter of fact. That's probably why I came to the Philippines to retire. Because it has the feel of home. It has the feel of home when I was growing up. You're welcome. You're welcome, Rainey. Yeah, and so I think that's how I ended up here. When you get a little bit older, as I've explained to Minnie, and she agrees with me, but you want hassle-free living. You could find that here in the Philippines, no matter what your economic status is. You're always going to be able to find a place that you fit in. You'll always be able to do it. And so it sort of reminds me of that. Oh, you're welcome, Larice. Thank you. I appreciate you, I really, truly appreciate you. And so I've been criticized by some. I don't know why people would critique me for wanting to share my blessings with people. But I don't mind telling you that that people have critiqued me for that. I'm not sure what that's all about. I just sort of ignore it most of the time when people bring that up. I love Hot Fudge Sundays. I love the one at Mickey D's, believe it or not. If I go into Mickey D's at all, it won't be to eat the hamburgers. I'll be looking for the soft serve ice cream. But 50% of the time, the soft serve ice cream machine is broken. Yeah, if there were a Dairy Queen in our neighborhood, I probably would be spending a lot of time at the Dairy Queen. I probably would spend more time at the Dairy Queen than I actually would at the Dunkin' Donuts. By the way, I haven't been at the Dunkin' for a while, and the reason why, some of you have mentioned that, Dan, we haven't seen you sitting there in your usual spot at the Dunkin' enjoying your Bavarian cream donut and your cup of coffee. And the reason is because there's been the critical stuff going on here at the house. So we're hitting critical mass. The project is slowly but surely coming to completion. And the past couple of weeks have been a little bit stressful because we've been dealing with making sure the sump pump was working correctly, purchasing the generator, making sure that was hooked up properly. And then now we're going to be attacking probably the early part of next week. We'll be working on the pressure pump, the water pressure pump. So the water pressure pump is quite the luxury, especially because we don't really have, we have low water pressure here, but we do have city water service. So I think it was 123 Tarl had sent me a message, and he had said, he made the comment that, why are you not recycling the collected water? And the reason is because we have city water service here in Bye Bye City Leyte. And so there isn't a reason to collect water, not even for a backup, because the city water has never failed the entire time that I've been here anyway. So I'm confident that it is never going to fail, that they deliver the water just like they do back home out west. And so this is one of the benefits of living within the city of Bye Bye, is that we have utilities that oftentimes don't crash. Even brownouts, they don't happen very often, but when the brownouts do happen, they happen at the most inopportune moment. For example, I could totally see myself, getting in to reach for the first winner inside the fishbowl for the December 17th Christmas cash giveaway, only to have the electricity go out at that very second, at that very moment. I mean, if a brownout's going to occur, that's when it's going to occur. Hey, Justin Clyde is here. Justin Clyde, I was thinking about the other day, and the reason why is because Justin Clyde is the original Bye Bye City YouTuber. So anybody who's been around for a while knows Justin. I have yet to meet Justin, by the way, and I'm ashamed to say, but Justin is in the house. Welcome, my friend. We're going to have to do a collab one day. Yeah, it's going to have to be when Justin and Sir Dan's meet for the very, very first time. We'll have to do a YouTube on that. Where is Justin? Yeah, so if you haven't, that's my original indoctrination into YouTube and doing videos from Bye Bye City Leyte, was going into Justin's YouTube channel. Justin, where are you? I'm looking at I made the classic error of going into my phone instead of hanging in here with my computer. Yeah. Oh, have they run out of Jollibee Chicken Joy there at that Jollibee on Mac Road? It's because I went in and I grabbed up all the Jollibee. Man, Minnie and I. Well, we have to go the whole week on that Jollibee, Nip Van. Yeah. Yeah, it's a childhood memory. It is so true that it is. It is so true that it is. It's that smell of the Helms Bakery guy driving that little truck around and opening up those back doors. And then my mom would go out there and she would buy those donuts for us, knowing full well that we were going to have to give it up on some end, somewhere along the line, we were going to have to pay for those donuts. That would be either, a meal of vegetables and rice or something else, I really appreciate you, Larice. Larice, one of the Philippines' most eligible bachelorettes and a mighty fine person. All right. Okay. Appreciate you guys coming to the live. Coming to the live today. By the way, I know Daisy Lynn is working her fingers to the bone right now, because Daisy Lynn is taking down names to make sure that all of you, Tatsuki, even you, get into the drawing that's going to happen December 17th at 8 a.m. Philippines time for Sir Dan's Christmas cash giveaway of $10K. There will be 5 $1,000 winners, 5 winners, count them, and 10 500 peso winners that will be sent to your GCash the very same day that you win the money. Yeah, I love Dairy Queen. I'm telling you, you cannot beat their soft serve ice cream. You can't beat it. Nope. Mm-mm. Thank you so much for saying that. But you could see, Crystals, you're very astute. You're very smart. You can see that I'm troubled by certain things. I'm sure it is not lost on you that things are troubling me. Shout out. Yes, absolutely, Justin. Yeah. So if if you folks didn't know that Justin was here in Bye Bye City Leyte, and you live here, or you live in the Philippines, or you live on Leyte, it is a must that you go and you subscribe to Justin's YouTube channel. It is an absolute must. Let me see if I'm keeping up with. I'm distracted by looking over here at my phone again. So yeah, that's where the donut thing. And then of course later, most of you know who have been in the channel before, that I ended up working for Dunkin' Donuts for a time, and this happened when I was at a school in downtown Los Angeles, LA Trade Tech College, and I was taking a course in chef's training and management. And when it was time for Dan to start looking for a job, I was there reading the LA Times, and there was a tiny little print ad in the classifieds that said looking for donut shop managers. And the rest is history. I ended up working for Dunkin' Donuts for a couple of years. Yep. Yes, indeed. Do I live here? Yep. I'm living here in Candanum. So I have arrived. So Justin, when you started following my channel, you remember I was still in Sacramento, California. A couple of years ago, I think is when we first knew that we first started to know that we existed. It was a couple of years ago. And now I'm here in the Candanum. And most days you can find me down at the Dunkin' Donuts at Prince Mall, but not recently. Not recently. So I hope we get together sometime. Shout out Sa Barangay Kilam. Did I say it right? Tatsuki. Shout out. Yeah, and so Mel is here also in Caridad, if I'm not mistaken. So as you know, Justin, YouTubers in Bye Bye City, the number of YouTube accounts or YouTubers that are vlogging has exploded. You have so many here, would fill an auditorium. Absolutely would. Hannah Jane, how are you? Thanks for coming to the live. Truly appreciate it. And Elena Marie is here too. Mitch Lee, you are my 400th subscriber. Wow, how exciting. Very, very exciting. Filipina Raquel is in the house. Good morning, Filipina Raquel. How are the kiddos doing? Tim, how's it going in Pampanga? How's the weather there? It's been raining like crazy here. Today we have a break in the weather a little bit. Hannah Jane, Medaya. So you guys that are here today and people that go in and make a comment in my videos, your names will go into the fishbowl. And then on December 17th, we'll be having a drawing. 10K will be given away on Saturday morning, December 17th at 8 a.m. I'll be here at 9, but I'll be doing like the warm up, you know. Yeah, well, get here early. We'll share some coffee and donuts, and then we'll have the big drawing. Five people. There'll be 5. Count them, 5 $1,000 winners. Yeah, that's who I was trying to think of. Remember, Mel, when I was saying, oh, there's a blogger here, and then I couldn't remember his name. Well, it was Justin, you know, that I was thinking of. Yep, it was Justin. I had to go back in my subscriber list, and then I had to look through it carefully, and then I finally found Justin's name in my subscriber list. We appreciate you, Justin, coming to the live. Filipina Raquel and Pacquiao Mertz. All the famous people are here today. Oh, hey, God bless you, and you have a God morning also. Filipina Raquel is so generous with her time. Sammy is with us. Thanks for being here. Uh-oh, I hear Ma'am Minnie trying to break the door down. Ma'am Minnie is trying to break the door down.
I'm here. You're not need to laugh. Who's there?
Everybody's here. I got Sammy, Filipina Raquel, Yami, Mitch Lee. Oh, you're going to have to, here, jump, honey. Jump so they can see you.
Just ignore me.
Just ignore you.
Here, who's there?
You got Filipina Raquel. A lot of people have been saying hi to you, but I didn't tell them that you'd gone down to bye-bye to buy a few things. Get it? She went to bye-bye to buy. Crystal's Adventure says hi, Filipina Raquel. No eyeglasses. Why is that? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Lena Marie says good morning to everyone. Oh, their Ma'am Minnie is busy. There you go. There's a link. Hey, by the way, if you want to drop your link, I think all you do is put Dan in the comment section. I think that's how we have it set up, right, Sammy? Okay, we're coming up on Dan's heading out time. I just want to say before in wrapping things up that I truly appreciate everyone that showed up here. We have 22 now in the chat. Yeah, I know you are, Larry. You know, Bye Bye City is becoming quite the destination community. It's amazing how many expats are showing up here. I'm absolutely amazed that every day someone new is showing up. Oh, it's almost too bright out, huh, Tim? Well, you're lucky because it's been raining, but the rain is good and bad. In other words, it gave us a chance to test the float switch on the sump pump to make sure everything was operating correctly, and it was. We don't have to worry about it. It's hassle-free. We don't have to go out there and keep an eye on it. The water rises to a certain level and it just flushes it out. So we're really, really lucky. Thank you so much, Larice. I appreciate you. You know that so much. Daisy Lynn Castro is doing all the hard work. Daisy Lynn, are number 2? Daisy Lynn Castro number 2 is here?
I'm gonna buy the beer.
Or Daisy Lynn Ninja?
Beer. I'm gonna buy beer.
Hey, Man Minnie is looking for some cash, and so I'm gonna take a break for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, you heard her. She came in for beer money. She wants to go out and buy a couple of cases of Red Horse and a couple of cases of San Miguel. Because it's the weekend, she said. Oh, it's the weekend. Again, thanks everybody for honoring me by being here today. I truly appreciate it. She says hi. Minnie says hi to everyone in the chat. Yeah, she's pretty beautiful woman. She's nice. I think Crystals and we were talking, let's see. Yes, bye. That's my favorite line. Crystal and I were talking about relationships. I think in the chat last week, right, Crystal? And she had mentioned how sometimes it takes a while in order to find the person that, you're supposed to be with. You have to go through, what is it? You have to kiss a few frogs before you find the prince. No, she didn't say that. That's what I said. That's why I have these warts. Oh my goodness gracious. In any event, it is the weekend. And so that means it's time to get out there into the weekend, In other words, I need to throw myself out there in there. So, Larry, if you wouldn't mind doing the honors, Knitband, how do you know, Knitband, that when it's time to call it a game, when it's time to call it? Oh, he's doing experiments. Well, keep an eye on him because you don't want him to burn your place down. Again, thanks everyone so much for showing up. Everyone, you take care of yourself. Stay safe and healthy, plus always have fun. And don't forget that We're all required to go to Lazy Larry Lee's live stream tomorrow, or I believe it's 8 a.m. Philippine time. 8 a.m. Philippine time on 24 hours from now. What day will it be in the States? What day will it be in the Philippines, Larry? Is that Saturday or Sunday? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just go in, hit the notification bell, and you'll know where we'll be at 8 a.m. when Lazy Larry goes live. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and healthy. Plus, always try to have fun. We'll see you on the next live. Bye-bye.